Hi everyone, welcome to today's tutorial, and in this video I will be showing you how you can recreate this packaging template for an ornament. You know those packaging templates when you fold, like when you have such kind of a template and when you fold them all together it forms a pyramid, right? And over here in this box, in the square right here, you can add small jewelry items such as small earrings, trinkets, bracelets, small necklaces, etc. And it's a perfect packaging template for gifting purposes as well. So it's super easy to do, and let's dive right in. So the first thing I'm going to do is that I'll be creating a new document. So for this video, I will be using this custom sized document which is 1000 by 1000 pixels. So it's a perfect square, and I'm just going to rename this to ornament packaging template. So since it's a square, it doesn't really matter if the orientation is in portrait or in landscape. So as long as it's a square with equal dimensions, it's going to remain the same. So click on create, and by default when I open my document, this layer 1 also comes up. So I'm just going to rename this layer 1 right here to template, and what I'm going to do is that I'll be just zooming out by clicking on Ctrl and the minus on my keyboard. And now let's start creating. So the first thing I'm going to do is that I'll be creating these triangles right here. So in order to do that, I'll be using this polygon tool, and if I click and drag, you might see this kind of a shape, right? Since we do not want that, we want our flag to be in a triangle shape. All you have to do is that while you are still holding on to your shape, just click on the down arrow key once, twice, thrice, till you get this triangle shape. So you make this big triangle like that, and I'm just going to place it right about here. So what I'm going to do now is that I'll be using the direct selection tool, clicking onto this anchor point and just adjusting this so that it intersects my square like that. And I'm going to select this anchor point and move this so that right here, so that I find the middle section like this. So it looks more centrally aligned. Probably just gonna move around and see. So this is the center like this. Okay, so like that. Okay, so it now looks more now it looks like it's in proportion. So you also have to make sure that you have your smart guides on. So that's also very important, and it will help you to make your triangles more proportion to the square right here. So now that it's in proportion, and you can just go ahead and make this longer like that. So to make sure that the smart guides has been switched on, you click on view and make sure that the smart guides has been switched on. Then you will be able to see those pink lines and those guides, and you will be able to make your triangle. Now you've got this. Now I'll be making those side flaps as well. So I'll be using the pen tool for that. I'm just going to create those flaps like this. Down like this and like that. So you've got this, and now we can go ahead and adjust this even further by selecting this direct selection, clicking on this direct selection tool, clicking on this anchor point, and probably just adjust it like this. Okay. We just make this more rounded up like that. Okay. So we've got this. So I'll be making a mirror image of this flap onto the other side as well. So I'll select this flap, right click on this, go to transform, reflect, and click on the vertical axis and click on copy. And now I can just drag this over here and it fits. Okay, so we've got this. I'm just going to make another copy of this onto this side as well. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and fill these shapes with color. So since it's made out of paper, you can go ahead and fill any color as you like. So I'm going to go ahead and choose light green for now. And you see these holes, right? These white holes. This is a place where the punch is going to be made so that it can be tied with string or ribbon. So I'm going to go back here to this ellipse tool, make sure that my fill is white and let the stroke be the way it is. I'm going to come over here at the top, click on Shift plus Alt and make one small circle like that. Okay, so we've got a hole, we got that circle as well, and now we can make copies out of this. So I'm going to go ahead, select this, right click on this, go to transform and click on reflect. So I'm going to go ahead and click the horizontal axis and click on copy. So once that's done, you can see that this copy has been made on the flip side. So I'm just going to drag this right over here. I'm going to select this again and I'm going to make a copy. So I'll say Ctrl plus C and Ctrl plus F to paste it in front. So I'm just going to click on Shift and then just rotate this like this. So once that happens, you can make this kind as well. Okay, wait. So unfortunately the circle also did not get copied. So I can easily make a copy out of it by clicking on Alt and then just dragging the circle right here. Okay. So I'm going to select these shapes again and make the mirror image onto this side as well. So I'll right click on this, go to transform, reflect and click on the vertical axis and click on copy. So our mirror image is made and I can just copy it, bring it right here. Let's zoom out a little bit more. Okay. So now the only thing that is left to do is that I'll have to add the fill in this box as well. So I'll be going back to my rectangle tool, changing the fill to the light green, and for now for this square I do not require the stroke, so I'm going to go ahead and remove that. Now since my square was 1000 by 1000 pixels, so if I click on my document I see the same width and the height, which is 1000 and 1000 pixels, and I'm going to go ahead and click on OK. And I'm just going to drag this right over here. So what I'm going to do is that I'll just select these shapes and I'm going to go ahead and also increase the stroke size. So by default the stroke size is 1. So I'm going to go ahead and increase it to 5 points so that it's easier for you all to see where the folds have to be made as well. And that's it. So we have now successfully made our ornament packaging template. So when it gets folded, it will be folded in a paper pyramid format. So now I'm going to go ahead and also save my file. So in order to do that, I'll be going to File and clicking on Save As. So by default, my file name is going to be the same as my document name, which is the ornament packaging template, and my save as type is going to be Adobe Illustrator. I highly recommend that we save a file in this format so that in case if I want to make any further changes, I can easily do that by accessing my AI file and click on Save and OK. So there you go. We have now successfully made and saved our ornament packaging template. So if you like, you can also play around with the template as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be in a pyramid format. Usually ornaments, like if you go to any jewelry store, you will see that small jewelries are usually packed in smaller cube boxes, or bigger necklaces, those heavier necklaces such as those bridal wear, it's mainly kept in a bigger rectangular transparent box, right? So you could make such type of templates as well, and if you like, you can also play around with the colors, probably add a gradient, and if you want, you can also add some icons as well. So that's completely your choice. So thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.